This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Russia expects Armenia to resume full participation within the Collective Security Treaty Organization Defense Alliance. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova has indicated, "We count on our partnership with Armenia within the CSTO to be fully resumed, considering the future security interests of Armenia and of the region on the whole." Zakharova was quoted as saying today by the TASS state news agency. She added, "Armenia's leadership has adopted a policy of moving away from such cooperation, which, in our opinion, contradicts the interests of the Armenian nation." The remarks come after Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan said at a press conference over the weekend his move earlier this year to freeze Armenia's membership is, as of now, sufficient, adding, "At the moment, Armenia does not consider there to be a need to make another decision on this matter, but that does not mean such a need will not arise in the future." Pashinyan has previously refused to rule out the possibility of taking Armenia out of the CSTO altogether. Law enforcement has confirmed officers have arrested a serviceman by the initials HE in connection with the death by suicide of his fellow soldier Edgar Alexanian earlier this week, which marked the latest in a string of non-combat deaths in the Armenian military. In a press release today, the investigative committee said the soldier will face charges of incitement to suicide, alleging he repeatedly bullied Alexanian in the days leading up to his death. Alexanian died by an apparently self-inflicted gunshot wound. His body was found at a combat post Monday. According to tallies kept by the Prosecutor General's office, the majority of deaths in the army so far this year have not taken place in combat. Only 4 of the 17 soldiers who died in the first half of this year were killed by Azerbaijani fire. Likewise, only 19 of the 54 soldiers lost last year were killed in action, with more dying in accidents, including those related to mishandling weapons or by suicide. Armenia's power distribution monopoly expects investments in system modernization since 2016 to reach $680 million by the end of this year. The chairman of the company's board confirmed today, amid mounting public anger over frequent outages across Yerevan this summer. Garin Darbinyan, from the Electric Networks of Armenia, confirmed the figure at a press conference today, but also appeared to deflect blame for a substantial number of the outages, saying some 34% of cases are due to damage to cables by construction crews across the city. In such conditions of large-scale construction, when roads, buildings, and gas pipelines are being built, our cables are often damaged, as a result of which power outages occur, Darbinyan said, adding that consumption in the city center has increased 8 to 10 times since 2000 and doubled since 2016. In the first half of this year, Electric Networks paid out some $392,000 in fines to consumers. In our latest broadcast from the border, CivilNet takes you to the village of Berkaber in Armenia's northeastern Tavus region, where a landmark border delimitation process was completed earlier this year. Armenian and Azerbaijani forces withdrew from some of their positions near the village in July. We spoke to residents to find out what all this means for their lives and security. Find a link in the video description or on our website, civilnet.am. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 6.1. That's the percentage decrease of inbound tourists to Armenia for the first 7 months of the year, compared to the same period last year, according to official figures published today by the Armen Press state news agency. The largest number of tourists routinely come from Russia, though their proportion has declined during this period. Meanwhile, tourism from India, the Philippines, and China has grown, the data shows. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.